Hi there, welcome to Island Fly Tarot. Today I'm going to do a reading for Libra energy, and we're just seeing what topic wants to be discussed, and we'll get some clarifiers and things on it to see what's going on. We have the Seven of Wands, and the reason it came out is because of the Magician. So the Seven of Wands can talk about, it comes after the Six of Wands, which are both Leo energy. We're either operating from our more worldly egoic nature, or we've kind of been inspired to get out of our ego nature. We believe we have the resources to manifest our dreams to come into reality, and we're inspired to have hope and faith and belief in our dreams. But some people are moving forward in life. They are operating more from their ego, but they could be trying to confuse people about the truth that they do operate more from their ego. They're either more about themselves, more about indulging in things of the world, wanting to be indulged in the world, wanting to be in the spotlight, want people to view them a certain way, maybe view them as a person that people should want to be in a relationship with, but they're not really driven and motivated by love and to work authentically in love with people, to have deep, meaningful relationships. It's more like, I'm going to present myself a certain way so people will invest in wanting to be in a relationship with me, but it's more about me, or to indulge myself in a relationship, or it's good for my ego and my image. So tell us a little bit more. And high vibe people that know people that are like that and know that there are people like that in the world are standing up and defending how they're moving forward in life against people who are like that. Okay, tell us a little bit more. Okay. We have three cards not showing themselves, and the reason is because of the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups can talk about kind of what we're aligned with within ourselves, what we love. Some people love themselves, love the world, love these things of the world, the ego. Other people are aligned with truth and love. And if someone who's kind of more worldly and shadowy wants to try to have a victory and manipulate someone who's loving, what they don't realize about those people is that the high vibe people aren't, because we tend to think other people are like ourselves and they view the world like we do. They could think some other people are more about being in a relationship because of pride or ego or image or money or status. What they don't know about some loving people is that those loving people don't harness those energies in a shadowy way. They harness them in a more high vibrational way. And they are the Four of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. That the high vibe people, their foundation, the Four of Wands, can be like your foundation. And the Four of Wands is Aries energy, which is about the self. That the high vibe people learn lessons in life. They also, because we all grow up in the world, we're more about these things of the world and ego and image and, indulgence, because we all had lessons to learn. But the high vibe people have seen the truth. And the high vibe people were inspired to deal with the truth and see the truth and to love and believe in themselves. So those people are moving forward in truth and love. They really are who they say they are. They're not creating an illusion. And so the high vibe people can have other people in their life, and they have people in their life that are standing up and defending them because they know that they are who they say they are. They're not trying to manipulate people, control people, not being prideful, egotistical, self-centered. And they've seen the truth, that there is more shadowy, prideful, manipulative, superficial people in the world. And they're all standing up for themselves, moving forward in life. Some of the shadowy people can't understand how it is that you're doing that because they harness these energies in a more shadowy way. They could just think you're putting on a better illusion than they are, trying to pretend that you're this emotionally inspiring, loving, not egotistical or whatever type person. But they just invest in creating the illusion of that. It's just an illusion. That's what the magician does, is create an illusion. kind of living more from your mind than your heart and your ego. But what they don't understand is people really aren't operating from their ego. And people who really are more about their ego and think life is just about trying to manipulate people to get in relationships for status and ego and image, they don't get it because they haven't been illuminated to the truth yet. The truth sets us free to live our life differently. And some people just don't understand it. So the high vibe people are moving forward victoriously. There might they're either in relationships with someone who is in that energy, and you probably have some people in your life that are in that energy with you, adult children, friends, families, a romantic interest, or you're trying, this is what you align with this in a high vibe way because you're only interested in being in relationships with people who are in that same energy. And those are the people you're listening to your intuition about, who are the people that are in this energy with me. And what some people don't know, they could think that you still view them as someone you would like to have a relationship with or view them as victorious. But what they don't realize is you don't, because you've already seen the truth about them. I already know that you're more about yourself and ego and image and like indulging yourself in relationships and these things of the world. And love isn't the driving factor in your life. So what they don't know, they're still caught up in the illusion of themselves, is that they think you would maybe want to be in a relationship with them again, or other people who are like that could think that you'd want to be in a relationship with them, but you don't. I only want to be in relationships with people who are moving forward, not operating from their more egoic nature, defensive nature, prideful nature, more materialistic nature. I want to move forward with people who have freed themselves from their ego nature and want to do love. So what is the advice for the people who harness high vibe Libra energy? The Ten of Cups, because of the Five of Cups. The advice is to align with your more hopeful, believing nature. Why? Because you've learned these lessons that if you are emotionally manipulated by your more prideful, egotistical nature and get caught up in your lust and your greed and your pride and your ego and ignore your truth and listening to your intuition, you're going to get back in relationships with people who reject their more loving nature in the Five of Cups. They use their emotions and their sexuality and their thoughts, just all their resources, they use them in a shadowy way to try to get people to get in relationships with them. But they're not authentically operating from love. And if we don't listen to our intuition and move forward in truth and love, we would be tempted in our more worldly egoic nature, and people will try to tempt you in your lust and your greed and your pride and your ego to get in a relationship with them where you're a more loving, hopeful, believing person and they're kind of a more emotionally shallow, superficial person. And your dream can't come into reality with people like that if you want deep, meaningful relationships. So it's kind of like to learn the lesson that people who haven't learned to love themselves and get out of their ego, past pain and heartbreak, fear, insecurity, defensiveness, more materialistic, worldly view of life, indulgent nature, it won't work out the way that you want. So see the truth of it. See the truth. Offer that truth to yourself to keep staying aligned with your hopeful, believing nature and listening to your intuition and truth to guide you. What's the potential outcome for people in high vibe Libra energy? Keep investing in truth and love. Don't get caught up in your head and your fear and your insecurity and your lust and your greed, or indulge people that are like that. What will be the outcome for high vibe Libra? We have the Four of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, the World, and the Knight of Wands. Oh, and the Six of Wands. And the reason is because of the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords talks about seeing the truth. I have a dream. It's Aquarius energy, represented by the Star card. I have a dream. I already know, living my life in a more shadowy way, there's people who would love to be maybe in relationship with some high vibe people. But you already know if you move forward with people, their truth is different. What drives and motivates them is different. They're more about the worldly dream or themselves. Like everybody else should put aside their pride and ego in this relationship, but never them. You already know that those people have a lot of mental conflict about the truth, that it's supposed to be about love. And you've seen that truth. So keep moving forward in truth and love, believing in your dreams. Take that cup of love instead of offering your love to these, we can wish everybody peace and love and be friends with people, but offer yourself that cup of love to emotionally grow and mature yourself and heal, to know your worth and value and what you bring to the table, and maybe invest in your stability and your security and your job and your career fields to be independent and quit being in, shadowy energy, can be being more codependent. And know your worth and value. Listen to your intuition. Stay independent of people in their Libra energy of the Two of Swords who love the world, who might be immature players who don't want to move forward in a more authentic, loving way. Close out a cycle with people who are more inspired by ego. Listen to your intuition. Love yourself. Close out a cycle with people who are more motivated and inspired by the world and ego. And be inspired to move forward in life, loving and believing in your dreams, giving yourself the things that you wish other people would have given you. High vibe Six of Wands which this is the Six of Wands and this is the Seven of Wands. I've gotten out of my ego about people who are bossy or controlling or immature or egotistical or make their whole life about the world and needing the world to validate their worth and value. I validate my worth and value. I don't make those things the defining factor of my worth and value. There is more to me than just those things of the world. I am a creative, inspired, authentic, loving person, and I want to be in relationships with other people who have learned that truth about themselves, and that love is what makes it all worthwhile. And some people are defensive to love. I just want to create the illusion that I'm loving so people will get in a relationship with me. But I have these unresolved issues from my past I haven't worked through, so the Seven of Wands can be being defensive. I'm still defensive to authentically being loving in a relationship. I want to indulge in a relationship. Makes me happy to be in a relationship. But I never get out of my more defensive nature, my egoic defensive to love and being hurt. And then I get in relationships with people, try to get in relationships with people who have worked through those issues, who have freed themselves from those things that manipulate them. But they haven't been inspired to do that work within themselves to free themselves. So they're still acting in a defensive way to being authentically loving and warm and giving and nurturing in a relationship, because you have to get out of your ego to be willing to learn lessons in life. You have to get out of your defensive nature to be open to giving and receiving love. And there are people right now that are standing up for themselves. With these cards not showing themselves, they're doing this work kind of behind the scenes. Not everybody in their life knows it. That they're doing this work within themselves to work through, why am I defensive? Why do I make these things of the world so important to me? Why am I maybe think that it should be more about me in a relationship? Why do I get in relation? Why am I so driven by what I think other people think of me? What do I think about me? Why am I so caught up in the illusion of the world? Because it's part of the illusion. People are going to think of you whatever they want to think of you based on the type of person they are. So we should just go live our authentic life and quit worrying about what other people think of us, because they're going to think about us the way based on the type of person they are ultimately. So why not go live our authentic life and be free of the illusion and getting caught up in it? and go live our authentic life and go invest in the things that we really love and treat other people the way we like to be treated and treat people with love and respect and encouragement. Be loving, be warm, uh, you know, see the truth about different people we've been in a relationship with. Well, I've already been in a relationship with people who have these certain traits and characteristics. Not everyone has those certain traits and characteristics. I already know I don't like being in a relationship with people that have certain traits and characteristics. Why do I keep getting in relationships with those people? Am I trying to get those people to validate my worth and value? Why do I need someone who has a certain way of being in the world? Why am I kind of drawn and attracted to them? Is it because I'm in my ego? I want them to say that I am worthy? If we keep trying to get people who have some shadowy ways of being, good luck trying to change someone. You know, how about we love ourselves? We work through our own past pain and heartbreak to validate our own worth and value. We get out of our ego, quit trying to change other people, quit trying to make other people validate our worth and value, and we validate our worth and value. And I'm no longer, if I know people in my life that are kind of shadowy or more about these other things that are more important in their life than being loving, and they're maybe kind of immature and they have no interest in growing up or maturing themselves. Life is about learning lessons and growing up and maturing yourself and tempering your more immature, egoic ways of being. And we have to see the truth that some people have no intention of changing, and they don't have to. If that's what they think makes them feel stable, secure, balanced, like they've got justice in the world, or that's what they think is just and fair, let them live their life like that and move on. And some people right now are doing the work to move on, to love themselves. And they could be sad because we could have people in our life that we wish would move forward with us and work together with us cooperatively from a foundation of love. But some of those people haven't learned some of those lessons yet about how to play nicely with others. They're still being defensive or manipulative or bossy or egotistical or caught up in whatever they're indulging in the world. And we wish them peace. But I'm going to wish you peace. But because I love myself, I want to be in relationships with people and invest my time, energy, and effort into people who treat me the way I treat them. And I'm listening to my intuition about the people in the world that I want to spend more time with and invest my time and energy and effort into, and who I just kind of wish peace, and you kind of stay in the friend zone, and I'll see you maybe at Christmas, you know. But I'm not going to keep indulging people in immature, prideful, egotistical, worldly, self-centered energy. I wish you peace. I have seen the truth. I accept the truth. I've gotten out of my ego about it, and I'm inspired to move on with the people in the world who are on the same page as me. So there you go, Libra energy. I wish you peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.